What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another day in Car Mechanic Simulator with me, the Virtual Mechanic, and today's beautiful project, Payne's Chevrolet Bel Air, looking absolutely fantastic. This is the Resto Mod Edition, 318,000 kilometers on there, and we got it from the auction house where it's pretty bad. Oh, everything under 50%, so a lot of work to get done on this one today. Did we get a good deal? Just no, but not far off. 49,758 is what I paid for this stunning little Bel Air, and I could sell it for 48,101, only losing out on 1,657. And as long as we can not go out on the first round of a competition, I feel like we can claw that back quite comfortably this time. Speaking of us not going out in the first round, shouldn't be too hard. This has got the V8 double overhead cam, a supercharged engine in it, with 1,108 factory horsepower. Obviously, we'll be throwing performance parts on that one, making it even meaner than it currently is right now. And it still looks pretty mean, even if I'm just a little bit sorry for itself like the rest of the car there. Missing a few panels, but it's not too bad. We need to get this one started, though, so let's head over to the car wash. Let's get this beautiful little Bel Air all cleaned up and start stripping everything down. Here we are then in the car wash. Let's get her cleaned. There you go. What colour are you underneath all of this rust and grime? What a lovely little blue. Oh, blue and white combination. That's not bad at all. That looks quite nice. Quite pleased with that. That looks fantastic. Probably not what we're going to stick with today, though. I do have a build in mind. Let's get the interior done. Still looks pretty good, though. We'll get the interior done and get it back on the lift, and then we'll rip that engine out. First things first, we're going to check for that oil pan that is there. Big old beastie oil pans there as well. So let's go and get that drained out. All your kilometers, this should be awful. I've definitely seen a lot worse, but I've definitely seen a lot better as well. That's all that out. Let's get you put away. What have we got under here? It's not got front wheel drive, just double checking. You never know with the Resto mod. Let's get this drive shaft out. There we go. Out you come, nice and perfectly lined up. We do like to see that. Come on, out you come. Out you come there as well. Nice. Let's get this little starter out of here. No rusty bolts on that one. And then out with the big old gearbox. Just the one rusty bolt there. Not too bad at all. Out with the front exhaust sections just to make sure we've got enough room to pull that big old block out of there. It's a bit of a beastie block, isn't it? No wonder it's got 1,100 horsepower. Back down onto the ground. Let's go and grab the crane and rip this engine out of here. Ready to get it all stripped down. Out you come. I did get everything. Fantastic. Let's get you put away and let's see what we got going on in this engine bay. Got to remember that there's an engine cover there. Otherwise, I will forget it when we're stripping it down a little bit later on. So, over here, nice and simple, we've got a fuse box just on the sidewall there. Not quite sure if that's visible or not at the moment. We'll find out a bit later. It looks like not, but we don't know yet. We've got a brake servo. We've got a wishy-washy reservoir, a power steering reservoir, and the radiator and fan housing kit, plus a large intercooler down here as well, and an ECU just hiding over here. Is there anything missing? Plenty from the suspension and obviously that big old engine block, but it doesn't look like anything's missing from the engine bay. Jump down the back if I could get there. There we go. We need to grab that fuel pump out anyway, and we'll grab the battery out as we're down here. Anything missing from down here apart from that battery we just took out? Fantastic. Let's get up. We've got to drain some liquids. I'm going to go over to the ECU side because that seems to give me a better angle. And then we'll get 1, 2, and 3 liquids drained. Only the 3 from this one, and no coolant reservoir. Additional tools, a drain tool. Click and hold on the container, and I'll be back in just a minute. There we go. That's all the liquids drained. Let's start stripping this out. Let's just start with the ECU up here. Grabbing the brake servo, the power steering reservoir, the wishy-washy reservoir. And then we'll get this radiator and fan housing kit out of here. And that's the engine bay all clear. Not bad at all. We need to check out the suspension. We do only have one wheel, so that doesn't bode well for us, really. If we just sneak down here, we can already see we're missing a brake caliper, the lower suspension, the upper suspension. We do have the inner and outer tie rod, though. That's good. We've got the hub and the bearing there, so that's not bad at all. And on the central cross member, we've got both the bushings. We are missing the main shock in there and a sway bar end link, but not too bad. Over on the other side, we've got the lower one, but we don't have the upper one. We're still missing a brake caliper. We are missing the hubcap on this one. Do we have the bearing? We do have the bearing. Again, missing the sway bar end link, the upper arm, and the shock itself there. Both rubber bushings. Actually, not that bad, in all honesty. I've definitely seen plenty worse. Let's go down to this side and see what we've got. We're missing the brake pad and the brake caliper. Also, the little cylinder that needs to go in there as well. The 2 U-bolts on the connection are not too bad, with 1 rubber bushing there, and obviously the main shock absorber on that side. On the other side, we are still missing both the U-bolts again and the rubber bushing, but we've got the spring and shock this time. So that's not really that bad at all. I'm going to crack on and get the rest of this stripped out, including that lovely little fuse box up there. And then we're going to get the bodywork all sorted out before we move on to go over to the paint shop to see what cool liveries we've got today, and also what I'm going to pick for this lovely Chevrolet Bel Air. That's everything repaired, replaced, or upgraded, ready to go back on the beautiful Chevrolet Bel Air. We need to get this body all stripped down, though, so let's just crack on with it. Off with the hood. We will grab that engine cover while we're there as well. Out with the fender and light. Front bumper and front end. No, just front bumper. There's the front end. Anything else up here? Doesn't look like it. Out with the door. Out with the window. Then what have we got? Rear clamshell off the top there. That brings out everything else there. Out with the trunk. Then we've got rear bumper. Left door. Left tail light. Anything else there? Doesn't look like it. That anything. Car part 2. That will be in a second. Right tail light, that's that whole piece. Then we got a body fender. Did I miss anything on that side? Body fender wise, doesn't look like it. Back around to the other side. And that could be it. Let's get out car part 2 here. Is this a part? I can't really tell. Doesn't look like it. And then we've just got the front seat and the steering wheel. So let's just get them out. Out you come and out you come there. And let's see if we've got everything into this screen. Not quite what I wanted. 1%, that's a good sign, and nothing in there. That is everything out. So the frame was at 45%, and I paid $50,000 for it. So I'm going to say this is going to be... Oh, that's a tough one. I'm going to say 1,000 straight up. 1,400, not bad, but still not correct. Let's check out the body parts shop for the Bel Air. There's a lot in this one. 17 pages. Car part 1, which is the little strip going across the front there. You've got black, gold, chrome, very many different variations with a logo, without a logo, with hood pins, so on and so forth. And then a paintable one as well. Then we've got car part 2, which is that rear bench. We've got lots of different seat options in there. Still going. This one says rear bench only. What is the difference between these and these? I don't know. I'm sure we'll find out in a minute. Then car part 3, it says install these parked outside, so we may have to do that one in just a little bit. I'm assuming that's the floor. I'm not 100% on that, though. Then we've got door cards. Again, install parked outside. Many different options for door cards there. This, I'm assuming, is the roof lining. But again, I'm not 100% on that. Lots of different colours. Then if you've got the convertible one, you've got all of them parts. Then the engine cover, we're probably just going to go back in with that black one there. From, where are we? Oh, we could go for a painted one. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe the painted one. We shall see. Front bumpers then, you've got chrome, black and gold. A few different styles, plus painted as well. A few different styles and types on there to play around with. Front ends, you've got chrome, black and gold again, with a few extra little versions in there as well. And plus many, many doors with the trim, without the trim, and chrome, black and gold as well. What did I miss? That's the convertible one, so we're ignoring all of them because we don't have the convertible anyway. Windows, then front fenders, again, chrome, black and gold, with many different variations of the styles, with the trim, with the little dashes, lots of different types. Onto the other doors, onto the other fenders. Then hoods, we've got lots of different hoods, chrome, black and gold, and all the little detailing again, looking fantastic. Then we've got a see-through hood. Maybe we'll go for a see-through hood. That's quite cool. I don't know, maybe. Is that a clear hood? I'm assuming that's a clear hood. It looks pretty awesome. Then we've got left body windows. These have got antennas on some of these, so I'm assuming they're just the body windows, but some of them include the antenna. Then lots of different light options, some gold ones that are looking pretty good, especially with these LEDs and the DRL on. Mirror options, rear light options, rear bumper options, along with some with the extra wheel on there as well. And then chrome, black and gold. Plus a painted rear clamshell, and then the convertible options as well. I'm not sure what the... Oh, that's the final piece on the left rear light, the left door. So we got them. Then we got all the strips, chrome, gold, different variations, with a wheel cover, without a wheel cover, without the strips, so on and so forth. Many, many different versions of that, so that's going to be a lot of fun to play around with. Then the window on the other side. What's this? Convertible. Convertible, so we don't need to worry. More lights, more lights. Then the trunk options. Lots of different gold, chrome, black, so on and so forth. Lots to play around with on there. Then the resto mod ones. I like these, but it's not the trunk we're going to be going with today. And then onto the windshield, you've got the window wipers in chrome, black and gold, and painted, then no wipers, then a sun visor, so on and so forth. There is lots and lots on this one. It is a lot of fun. I'm going to get ours back together. I've got a lot of playing around to do before we take this one over to the paint shop and see what we can do with it today. Time to get this little Bel Air all back together. I say little. Little is definitely the wrong choice of words for this absolute tank. Let's just start going. I didn't go for the clear hood. We will take a look at it another time. Chevrolet Bel Air hood. I just went for the gold one there, with these lovely little gold fins sticking up there. For the car part one, which is the front piece, took out the main logo, kept it with the main bar there, and obviously these hood pins. Looking pretty sweet for the fenders. Gold trim with all of the trim pieces on there. Looking fantastic. On you go and on you go. For the lights, also went with gold. You can see there's a bit of a theme going on here. For the front end, I went for a black one. I didn't think a gold one actually fitted that well, but then we've got a gold front bumper on there to finish that off. Looking pretty good. We will just throw the plate on now because you can see it. Virtual mechanic plate with a Goldie written on it, with the eye being a 1 there. Looking pretty cool. If we go around to here, I just want to show you one thing. Car part 3, this says to do it outside. It is easier outside, but if you lean into the right place, you can do it. Red and black there, just looking pretty sweet. We'll get the rear bench in as well while we're here in that lovely red and black. The next thing we'll do is we'll put the clamshell on. I've gone for the gold trimmed one there, looking pretty awesome. And then the next thing to go for is squinch down here, and you can get car part 6 in without going outside as well. Just went for a black liner on the roof there. I think that looks pretty good. And we'll get the doors on. Again, gold, all of the trim looking pretty sweet. Let's run around to the other side and throw the other door on. Now, the next piece is the door cards. And if you can see, there's a little spot right here where you can just see through and hit the door cards without having to go outside. Red and black. Awesome. And if we go around here, it's roughly the same sort of spot. You can't find it now. There it is. And you can get the other side without taking it off the lifter. Love that. Left side mirror in the gold, windshield in the gold as well. And then we've just got some windows to go in around here. In you go, in you go. We'll nip round to the other side and get these windows in as well. No mirror on this side for this model. It doesn't have one. It's not missing. It just straight up doesn't have one. Rear right fender, gold. I mean, you could have all seen that coming. Let's keep going around. More gold on there as well. And then for the trunk, I went for gold locks around. Now, what I wanted was the shaved one, but with these pins in gold, but you just couldn't get it. So I had to go with the whole logo and the lock surround in gold as well. On with the Goldie license plate. Left tail light, obviously gold. And then the little rear door there, also gold on top of that. Right tail light gold, and then rear bumper in gold as well. And that should be pretty much everything. I think I got everything there. I'm not 100%. Let's just get some seats in. And now I have already painted my seats to go in this one, along with my steering wheel. So the steering wheel, I went with the cape steering wheel that came with it. Just painted it red there around the outside using the Quality of a Life mod. Looking fantastic. And then, wrong button. And then also for the seats, I went with the seat Zephyr A. It kind of fits, and I painted the inserts and the bottom tray in a full black there. Looking pretty sweet. Very much suited to this car. We just go into there. They're even not far off the rear benches. Not exactly the same, but looking pretty sweet nonetheless. Quite pleased with them. Did we get everything? Let's have a look. 96%, so I'm definitely missing something, and I know exactly what it is. It is the engine cover. There we go. That should now be everything. Let's double check. 100%, 100%, 100%. Absolutely fantastic. Let's get this one over to the paint shop and see if we can get rid of some of this blue. Here we are then in the paint shop with Goldie, the Chevrolet Bel Air. Looking absolutely fantastic. I've not picked this colour. It's just the black base colour that goes on it. There are some liveries, all made by Payne. None made by French Toast this time, which is a bit of a shock. But let's jump in. Let's have a look in slot number 1. Now, I do believe these are all body painted, but also doing stuff with the dash and the roof as well. Quite a clever combination. You've got an orange and a beige, roughly. I don't know what to call that, with an orange dashboard and some interior pieces in there. Slot number 2. What have we got? This that's quite nice, though. I quite like that. Don't like the spoiler in black on that one, though. But with the black dash and black interior. Next slot there, we've got this off purpley sort of colour, like a lilac colour with the gold. White roof, black interior. That's looking pretty smart. Slot number 4. Black body, white roof, red interior. I like that. That's looking pretty smart. That might be what we end up with. Number 4, we'll remember that one. Number 5 is a yellow with a white roof and a black dash. I quite like that. But again, I'm liking the black and gold. Like that one, not with the blue dash though, not for me. What's the next one? Red dash. Is that not the same as number 4? Maybe there's something a slight bit different. Let's just nip back to 4. Is it that tray at the back? No. Oh, I've gone too far. I don't know what the difference is between 4 and 7, but never mind. We'll carry on back up to 7, 5, 6. When it loads. 7. There we go. And then into 8. What have we got in 8? Yellow with the black interior, looking pretty good. 9 is this sort of red salmon pink, we'll call that one, with a white roof and a black interior. Slot number 10, black with a light blue roof. Oh, the dash. The stalk there is a different colour than the actual dash. That's pretty smart. Maybe that's what it was between 4 and 7. We'll have another look in a bit. Yellow with a black roof, a black dash, a sort of greyish centerpiece there. I can see it now. Into number 12, all the pea green stuff. I like that one on a black. 13, all the blue with a white roof. And then that's it, all the way through. So let's just go back to 4 again. To be fair, it's probably going to be 4 or 7 we go for. So 4 is a red column, red dash, red interior. We just go on to number 7 very quickly, if I can. Oh, I've gone too far. And it looks exactly the same. Red stalk, red dash, red interior. I don't know the difference between 4 and 7. But should we go for that? Or shall we just go for an all-out black? I really like the white roof, though. I'm thinking. It hurts. I shouldn't do it. Let's go, because that's all black. Plus, we got red interior. No, I like it with the white roof, so that's the one we're going to go for. We're going to go back to number 4. Come on, you can do it. Number 4. Number 4. There we go. Now, do we want it in gloss, or do we want to go for something a bit fancier? Not solid, I know that. Not metallic. It sort of takes the white off the roof a little bit there. The pearl is quite nice. Nice gloss to it. Nice pearl white on the roof there. Maybe the pearl... The matte looks a bit dull on this one, in all honesty. So I think probably the pearl. Let's just keep going. Yeah, I'm going to go for the pearl. We're going to put pearl on this one, and it's going to look absolutely awesome. This is going to be the Pearl Goldie, or the Goldie Pearl. I don't know. That is looking fantastic. Underneath here should be all black. It is indeed. So definitely going to have a lot of gold elements on that engine. There will be some black in there as well. And maybe a little splash of white if we fancy it. In fact, no, we're going to drop the white. Maybe a splash of red to match him with the interior. That should look pretty cool. Rims will either be black or gold. I'm pretty confident of that. And the suspension is probably going to be mostly a sort of this trying to match gold colour. That's what we're going to go for. I think it looks absolutely incredible. Very pleased with it. Spare wheel in the trunk there, along with, assuming that's some sort of jack stand. But there we go. Looking absolutely beautiful. I really do love this. Beautiful mod by Payne. Link in the description below if you want to go and grab this one yourself. It is a lot of fun. This was commissioned by King Slowpoke. Thank you very much, King Slowpoke. Looking absolutely awesome. Let's move on. Let's get everything painted and then get it back on the lift and start getting everything back together. Time to get Goldie all back together. Looking absolutely fantastic. Black, gold and white with red interior. Looking stunning. On the shocks, we've got black shocks. We've got gold springs. And a black cap on there. Looking pretty good. Quite pleased with them. Let's get the rest of this on all underneath and see how good it all looks. We've got a front suspension cross member in the gold there. Let's just get some rubber bushings in so I don't forget them. In you go. And in you go there. Then we've got the steering rack in black and the sway bar also in black there. With the front steering knuckle in a gold. Inner tie rod in a gold and the outer tie rod just in a lovely little black to finish it off. The lower suspension arm or bottom suspension arm is in black and the top is also in a black there. I didn't want too much gold. I wanted it to feel pretty black, so that's the way we went with it, and I think it looks pretty good. On with the shock. Lots more black in that middle section there, and then the gold sway bar end link to finish it off. Coming in around, we've got a black front suspension, front axle knuckle cover, sorry. Front wheel hub is in the gold there, looking pretty good. And let's just get up to that lovely brake caliper. Wheel hub cap in the black, brake pad on, and then the brake caliper in a matching chrome gold. Looking absolutely fantastic. We've also got the large intercooler in gold up there as well, just to try and finish it off. That's looking pretty sweet at the front. I'm quite pleased with that. This is a bit of a brighter gold, but it doesn't matter. We will live with it. Let's jump down the back if I can get there. There we go. The rear drive axle is just in a black there, and there is a good reason for that. Spring cap also in black, and the shock in a black as well. Lots of black there, but we do have a gold spring to go on with a black spring cap. And then a solid axle control arm in the gold with a black plate and then gold U-bolts on there. Looking good. Plenty of gold. Keeping it fresh, just keeping it lively. Didn't want it to be too dull with too much black or too bright with too much gold. The knuckle housing, a knuckle even, sorry, is in a gold. And then the wheel hub in a black, same as the front, with the drive axle also in a gold there. Looking pretty good. Let's get on to the brake caliper and then we'll move on and get a few more pieces done. On we go. Looking pretty good there. And we've got, if we spin on around, we've got a fuel tank in a black and then a fuel pump just in a red for a splash of red colouring there. I'm liking that. I think that looks good. Enough black that it's not too in your face with too much gold, but enough gold on it that you can still see it poking up through. Looking fantastic. Let's get on and get to the other side. I need to get the rest of this all finished off, and then we'll sort that engine bay out before we go and build that beautiful supercharged V8. There we go. The suspension in black and gold looks absolutely fantastic. Really am pleased with that one. Looking pretty sweet. Do let me know what you think in the comments below. But let's move up. We've got to get this engine bay sorted. Started with a gold radiator on there. Then we've got a black fan housing and then a chrome gold fan in there. Looking absolutely beautiful. Love that. Power steering reservoir, wishy-washy reservoir, in you go. We've got the tuned stage 3 ECU up there. And then a brake servo just down here. And I'm just going to throw the fuse box on. I did just paint it black. It does sit inside the dashboard, not visible from anywhere. So we're not worried about it. Let's throw the battery on there. And that's pretty much all I can do for the minute. I can't even get back to the front, so never mind. I do just want to see that gold radiator and intercooler through there. Looking absolutely beautiful. Not very visible, but just about enough. Pretty fantastic. And obviously the radiator with its chrome fan in there. Looking stunning. I'm going to crack on now. I'm going to get the fuse box all finished off. And then we'll go build that beautiful supercharged V8. I'll see you in just a minute. Time to get this beautiful supercharged V8 all back together. Doesn't look very beautiful at the moment, just with a black engine block and a black oil pan. But let's get some stuff on it and see what it looks like. Starting with an engine head. Doesn't look very bright there, but it is a lovely metallic-y gold around the outside. Really liking that. Should match all of the trim on the car. Hopefully, fingers crossed it does at least anyway. It is a bit of a more of a gloss finish on the inside of the engine head there. Let's just get the other one on. On you go. Looking pretty sweet. Yeah, the insides aren't my favourite on this, but they're going to get covered anyway, so it doesn't matter. We've got spark plugs to go in here. We've also got camshafts to go in as well, so I'm going to crack on and get all of them done, and I'll be back in just a second. Well, that was nice and quick. Very easy to get all of that done, and then we'll go down here. We've got cam gears to go on. On you go, on you go. We've also got timing belts to go under here as well. Let's get you in. Oh, in you go. Couldn't even press the button then. And, oh, missed you again. In you go. Then we've got a lovely golden timing cover. This one is a chromed out gold. I didn't really like the normal gold it was throwing on it. It was a bit of a bizarre colour, but there we go. Also, in here, the water pump is in a proper chromed out gold. Properly blended in to all of that. Water pump pulley in a black. In we go, and the crankshaft pulley also in a black, along with all of these idle rollers, so I'm just going to get all of them in quick. Most of the idle rollers in there, they're all in black and gold, very much at the front end here. The alternator is in a gold as well. I've also chromed out the oil filter, just to be in that lovely little gold down there, and the power steering pump also in a gold, ever so slightly different, but close enough that it shouldn't make that much difference. Up we go, the engine head covers, these are just in black. Because they've got that little coil cover in the middle that definitely wanted to be gold on this one. It just depends whether it worked or not. Let's find out. In with these ignition coils. Haven't bothered anything with them today because they are getting covered. On we go with that coil cover. That is in a chrome gold, and that looks fantastic. Very, very pleased with that. We've also got the supercharger intake manifold in a black down the middle. Just down the back here, we've got a fuel filter in red. I did say there'd be a splash of red on it, so it's not too bad. Supercharger itself in a chromed out gold, looking fantastic on the top there. Really do like that. I think that looks pretty epic. Then we've got a throttle just on this side. I did just black it out. The gold was a totally different gold to all of the others, like a million times different. It was so different. It was unbelievable. So we just went black with that one. And for the fuel rails, we just kept them with that splash of red. Looking pretty sweet. I'm going to get this other head cover on, all finished up. Well, in fact, we might as well just get the belts on now. These are just blacked out belts. On you go, on you go. We've also got a belt tensioner here. And then we've got an idle roller over here. That finishes off the front. And then the last piece before I go and finish the other side is this beautiful exhaust manifold. Now, these are just in a base, not a force chrome, not a quality of life force chrome, just a normal base chrome gold there. Looking absolutely fantastic. The rest of the exhaust obviously is going to be gold throughout. I'm going to get this finished off and grab some pictures, and then we'll get it dropped in. I'll see you in a bit. It's time to drop this supercharged V8 into one of the most beautiful cars ever created, the Chevrolet Bel Air. Looking absolutely stunning. I really do love this car. Beautiful. Let's get it dropped in and see how good this looks. Hopefully I've managed to match up all these sort of goldy pieces with the same gold on the bumper. That looks pretty good in there. Oh, that's almost, these are a bit more of like a satin finish, but that is looking stunning in there. It isn't far off at all. Very pleased with that. Looking great. Obviously, the radiator in there as well. That is, yeah. Oh, I'm absolutely impressed with that. Let's get it up in the air. We've got a gearbox to go in, drive shaft, a starter, and we've also got some wheels to do to get beautiful Goldie back on her feet and ready to go. Let's jump all the way up to the front to the gearbox. I've done that one in the gold, and from right here, that doesn't look like it's a very good match. Should we spin around? You can see it is. It matches the exhaust through there, not too bad. These are ever so slightly different gold, so that'll be why. In with the starter, which we just blacked out on that one, and let's get these exhaust sections all the way in and looking pretty awesome, matching the gold all the way through. On we go. Oh, missed that one. Oh, and again, double clicking. In we go, and then the rear mufflers just down the back there, looking fantastic. We also have this drive shaft, which I've also done in a gold, just for good measure there. Looking pretty good. Into that lovely black rear drive axle. Looking stunning. Just got some wheels to do and top up some liquids. Then we'll be outside in the sun. Let's just get this one down on the ground first. Them gold exhausts don't really stick up through the bottom unless you crouch down. Obviously, the car's going to be a little bit lower, but looking fantastic. I did say it was probably going to be gold rims, but I think it might be either two-tone black and gold or just straight up some solid black rims. Not 100% sure yet, so I'll get all of that done, and I'll see you outside in just a second. Well, there she is then, a Goldie, all finished Payne's beautiful Chevrolet Bel Air mod. Looking absolutely fantastic. This is the Resto Mod Edition. Looking beautiful. I love all the details on this. The gold trim all the way around. You can have gold, black, chrome, or painted trim pretty much on every single piece. Looking absolutely fantastic. I really am pleased with this one. I do just want to try one thing though. We spoke about the see-through hood on earlier, so I just want to try and throw that one on. I'm not going to throw the rest of the trim back on. I just want to see what you can see from the front here. Not a lot. That's fine. That's all I wanted to know. But it still looks absolutely incredible with the see-through hood on there. You can really see everything. That looks absolutely stunning. Not what we're going for today. I'm probably pretty confident I'm definitely going to be doing another one of them at some point. Let's just get them pieces back on. Looking good. Well, there we go. Let's talk about these beautiful rims then. These are obviously the Rim Retro 11. They are the same as what came on it. They're not. Obviously, I bought new ones because I only had one anyway. But painted in a gold. I did go and try the black, especially with the gold brake calipers through there. But it was way too dark and it just didn't look good at all. So we went back to the gold. I'd love these in a two-tone. Gold rim around the outside with the black spokes in the middle. That would be fantastic on these. They would have looked absolutely great. But I'm still happy with them nonetheless. The fronts here, these are a 19-inch with a 255 width, just so we can get a bit of a turning radius in there, and a 40 profile on it. If we go down to the back, they're ever so slightly bigger. Still 19-inch rim, but 255 width, just to fit in there a little bit better with a 40 profile. It looks absolutely fantastic. We got a spare wheel in the trunk there of a totally different style, but never mind. This one is beautiful. I've really loved this one. Let's jump inside and check out the interior and also see what that supercharged V8 sounds like. I love the black and red in here with some of the gold trim on the outside of the windows there. Looking absolutely fantastic. Also a gold mirror. Awesome. But let's get it started and see what she sounds like. We've obviously heard the supercharged V8 many a time, so let's just give it some gas and get it done. Just a very mean sounding engine. I do like the sound of it. It just is missing some turbo whistles. That's all for me. But let's head over to the dyno and see what our drag index rating is and also what horsepower we've added to the lovely Bel Air today. Here we are then on the dyno with the Resto Mod Chevrolet Bel Air V8 supercharged engine with 1,108 horsepower from factory. How much have we added today and what is our drag index rating? Let's find out. Wow, a gain of 1,304 horsepower, 118%. That is actually incredible. Bringing our measured horsepower to 2,412. Pretty insane. I wasn't quite prepared for that. With a drag rating of A at 999, I feel like that one was going to be pretty obvious with them sort of numbers. Pretty sweet. Let's check out the gearbox tuning setup for today. There she is, a 3.5 ratio, 79 in first gear up to 504 in sixth. Hopefully that'll be good down the drag strip. We shall find out in just a moment for another tournament. We've also got our ECU fully tuned as well, and no carburetor on this one today. So let's head over to the drag strip, do a tournament, and hopefully not go out in the first race again. Well, we've made it to the drag strip with Goldie, the Chevrolet Bel Air, with a drag rating of A, 999. Pretty impressive. Can we actually stick out a tournament this time? Let's get in. Let's pay our 1,000 entry fee. And our first race is against the Unicorn Ford Mustang. That's not too bad at all. So let's just jump straight into it. It's not an F1, and it's not the Rayfield Caliburn FTE, so we might have a chance. There she is, the Unicorn Mustang versus our Goldie Chevrolet Bel Air. Looking absolutely fantastic. Let's jump inside and let's get this one going. Off we go. Oh, we actually made it off the line. That's a good start. This thing accelerates like absolute mad. I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep this one going. There we go. Oh, we're going to crash into the barrier. Too busy paying attention to the gearing. Oh, we're going over the middle line. There we go. We seem to have got it about straight now. Pretty fast, if you ask me. I've not paid enough attention to this one. What are we going to cross the line at? That looked like 490. Pretty good. 8.769 for the quarter of a mile at 311 kilometers an hour versus a 9.39 at 290, and then 19.308 for the 1 mile at 490 versus the 22.771 at 331. Pretty good. Let's jump into the next one. And we managed to actually make it through the first round, which I'm so happy with already. Our next race is against the Nissan Skyline GTR R34, the drag version. So let's jump into that one. That drag Skyline in silver looks like an absolute machine. That looks like it should destroy most people. But can it beat our Chevrolet Bel Air? Let's jump in. Let's find out. Let's go. We made it off the line. That's always a good start. Into second, into third. I don't really know where to change there. We'll go into fourth as well. And then up into fifth. We're doing all right. It's not pulling away from us, so that's a good sign. Let's just go here. And yeah, I'd say that was behind us. Can't really see through our tinted windows, so there we go. But it looks like we're going to win this one. I'll cross the line. Did we do any better that time? An 8.853, so not quite, and a 19.435, so not better in the quarter or the 1 mile, and the top speed was the same. But we did destroy that Skyline. It only gets to 300 kilometers an hour. Look, stays the same from half a mile to 1 mile. That's definitely topping out. I mean, it's only at 290 at the quarter of a mile. Built for the quarter of a mile, not the 1 mile that we're on. So never mind. Let's see who's next. Well, we've nearly made it to the final race. I'm so glad that I'm not just getting destroyed by F1s and Rayfield Caliburns, because it's not nice. But we are up against another RTR Unicorn Ford Mustang, the V4 again, but we're already up on the money. So it doesn't matter if we win or lose. Let's jump into it and see what we can do. Seems like we're always on the inside. Not that I'm complaining about that. Another RTR Mustang. We should be able to beat this one. So let's jump inside and let's just get going. Off the line, we did manage to not jump the lights. Into third, into fourth, into fifth. We're doing all right. We're pulling into the middle a little bit, straighten out just a touch. Oh, into sixth. I nearly missed a gear change, but it does look like we're still beating the RTR Mustang. Very, very happy with that. Can we get a slightly better speed? No, we cannot. That was actually worse, but we did miss a couple of gear changes, so it makes sense. 8.937. At 306, again, not better. 19.629 at 486. So the lowest speed so far, or top speed from us. 8.99 at 0, so it's very close at the quarter of a mile with us. 13.493, about half a second off for the half a mile. And then quite a bit off for the final 1 mile. One more race to go. We're on the final. Let's see if we can win. And for the final race, we're against the Dodge Charger 777. I am looking forward to building one of these very, very soon indeed. Pretty awesome build. Let's just jump into it and let's see if we can win. Well, that Dodge Charger 777 edition looks like an actual bullet looking through there. That looks fantastic. Can we beat it, though? Let's jump inside for the last time today. Let's get going. Come on, Bel Air, you can do it. We made it off the line. We're definitely getting much better at that. Into second, into third, and that Charger is gone into fourth, then into fifth. I don't think we're going to catch it. Maybe. Come on, we can do it in the Bel Air. Can we beat the final boss, Dodge Charger 777? We're pulling up. We're getting there. Come on, we just want to squeeze in front of it. I think we got it, but I don't know. That's exciting. 8.977. We did... Oh, sorry, the quarter of a mile, we didn't beat it, obviously. But the 1 mile, 19.532 versus 19.549. We just managed to squeeze that victory out with a considerably higher top speed. Very pleased with that. 8.977 doesn't beat our first run of 8.769. 19.532 also doesn't, because we had a 19.308 with the top speed of 490, which is the same. So this is what's going to be going on the speeder board. Absolutely fantastic. We managed to win another competition without any Rayfield Caliburns or McLaren F1s to destroy us. Let's get on and let's see our prize money. Yeah, we have it. 11,250 prize money from this tournament. Absolutely fantastic. Let's get back to the garage. Let's get this one onto the speeder board. Well, there we have it. The Chevrolet Bel Air Resto mod in 5th place. 2,412 horsepower, our highest horsepower so far. Absolutely incredible. But 8.769, under 9 seconds, still in the top 5. Very, very impressive. 19.308 to the 1 mile. Still a pretty good speed there. In fact, 4th in that speed. 440 kilometers an hour, 490 kilometers an hour. Definitely a very fast vehicle. Top 3 in speed. Very, very good. 304 miles per hour. Didn't make its picture up there. Didn't quite get into the top 3. Pretty impressive, though. Let's go and check it out before we say goodbye to the beautiful Chevrolet Bel Air. Good old Goldie over here looking absolutely fantastic. Love that engine. A tiny splash of red in there just for good measure. Lots of black and gold. Lots of black and gold throughout underneath. Looking absolutely fantastic. Very, very, very happy with how this one turned out. And that interior looks absolutely incredible in the red and black. Absolutely awesome. Yeah, I can't get over how good this one looks. Been absolutely incredible racing at this one today. Now, let's talk about some facts and figures. I bought the car for $49,758, and if you stuck around for long enough at the beginning, you would have seen that we lost out on $1,657, but that's not too bad. We did say if we can make it through the first round of a drag tournament, we've got to make that back, so I'm sure we will, as we actually managed to win. But we have since spent $135,669 getting this beast of a car to how you see it right now in its black and gold glory. Goldie, you are absolutely beautiful. Our total spend is... Oh, what did I say? I said 135. 135 is our total spend. 135,669. We spent 85,911 modifying it and painting everything so it looks absolutely fantastic, and I love it. Can we make our money back? 135,669. Let's find out. Over to here we go. Oh, we're on the final screen. 213,610 is the final sale price. Take away our 135,669. It leaves us with a profit of 77,941. But we did also win at the drag tournament. We won 11,250, but take away £1,000 for the entry fee. We're up 10,250. Add that to what we had before, leaves us with 88,191 from this beautiful Chevrolet Bel Air. Off you go, though. It is time to say goodbye. In fact, before we do that, is all 100% complete. 318,000 kilometers and a beast of an engine at 2,412 horsepower. An increase of 118%. Goodbye, Bel Air. I definitely really enjoyed that, and you got some incredible times on the speeder board. What have we got up next? Something a little bit funny. Something some of you have probably seen before. This is the Satsuma Amp, I want to call it. Satsuma Amp. And I believe it's from My Summer Car or a game like that. I'm not 100% which one it's from. Haven't played it myself, but there we go. This one's going to be a bit of fun. Definitely not as powerful as the rest. We'll see that in a second. Not bad condition. Got it from the semi-decent auction house where we didn't get a good deal. 22,233 I paid for this. Would not pay that for that. But could only sell it for 17,033, losing out on 5,200. Now, normally I would say as long as we can win a drag competition, that should be easy to claim back. But when you see the horsepower on this beast, 66 horsepower with the i4 double overhead cam at turbocharged engine, we will probably swap it out to another one. I'm not sure yet. Depends which one looks to be the most powerful. That's the one we're going to be putting in it, because I don't think this is going to get us very far on the speeder board or on the drag strip. I mean, it will be in the top 10 because we've got one space left before we have to start knocking people off. So it will make it onto the speeder board, just probably for a very short period of time. That is for next time, though. That is the end of today's video. I cannot wait to do this Satsuma wrap. It's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, whatever you get up to in the world. And if you feel like helping me and helping us at this channel, hitting the subscribe button is one of the good ways you can do it. I'd say the best way is just watching the content. But if you can hit that subscribe button as well, please do. Again, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.